Most people think danger arrives loud, but the truth is, it usually whispers first. The lunch rush at Hawthorne Grill moved with the quiet precision of money. Crystal glasses chimed softly. Polished shoes crossed dark wood floors. Outside, a cold Manhattan afternoon hovered at 52 degrees, the kind of chill that made people walk faster and talk less. Inside, Daniel Brooks sat at table 12, his tailored navy suit worth more than most monthly rents, his silver watch catching light every time his wrist moved. At 41, Daniel had built a logistics empire stretching across 43 states, and he carried himself like a man who expected the world to move when he did. His phone rested beside a leather portfolio containing a contract that could expand his company another 2,000 miles west. Around him, conversations stayed low, respectful. People knew who he was. People always knew. Emily Carter moved differently. 27, blonde hair tied back in a simple knot. Blue eyes that didn't search for attention, only information. She carried 2 plates, one balanced effortlessly on her fingertips, posture straight, steps measured. She noticed things most people filtered out. A chair slightly out of place. A hand shaking from too much coffee. A jacket that didn't match the season. She noticed because she had trained herself to. Years ago, a life ago. "Refill, sir?" she asked quietly. Daniel didn't look up immediately. He finished reviewing a paragraph, signed one margin, then slid the paper back into alignment before acknowledging her. Efficient. Controlled. "Yes," he said. "Thank you." She poured the water. Steady hand. No wasted movement. But her eyes weren't on the glass. They were scanning reflections in the mirrored wine display behind it. A man standing where no guest usually stood. Not eating, not drinking, just waiting. The man adjusted his sleeve. Emily noticed the hesitation, the uncertainty. Not dangerous, just unstable. The kind of small unpredictability that could turn into a very public accident. She stepped back, watched the spacing between tables, calculated angles the way some people calculated tips. Daniel continued reading. The room continued humming. No one else noticed the subtle imbalance forming behind it. Emily took one step forward, then another. Not rushed, not dramatic. Calm, always calm. She stopped just within his peripheral vision and spoke in a voice barely above the sound of ice settling in the glass. "Sir, look behind you." Daniel frowned slightly. Irritation came first. Interruptions always did. But something in her tone didn't match panic. It matched certainty. He turned. At that exact moment, a busser trying to pivot too quickly clicked the edge of a chair. A serving tray tilted. Not chaos, not disaster. Just enough to ruin a $400,000 signing moment. Because Daniel had already shifted his chair back 6 inches. The tray passed harmlessly in front of him instead of into him. A glass wobbled, but didn't fall. A folder stayed clean. The room exhaled without realizing it had held its breath. Daniel looked back at Emily. Really looked this time. Not at the uniform. At the awareness behind her eyes. "How did you know?" he asked. Emily gave a small shrug. "I watch patterns," she said. "No pride, no performance. Just fact." Daniel studied her another second. Something unfamiliar moved across his expression. Not surprise, not curiosity, something closer to respect. For the first time that afternoon, he closed his portfolio completely. And for the first time that day, he noticed the quietest person in the room had just changed the outcome of his.